Oh my gosh, this is a fun bike. This is not my bike. I'm not gonna horse around too much on it. Oh my goodness. It's like, oh yes, do it to me, daddy. I am excited to be able to review this bike. I actually had the chance to do it really early in the season and had really poor audio quality, unfortunately, in my helmet at the time. I would have been one of the first ones with a review. Would have been great. Links down below for how to install and work on this bike. We did a full M4 exhaust system, fender eliminator, taillight. We're also going to be doing more to this later this winter, so get subscribed. You're not going to want to miss that. But time to ride it, have a little bit of fun. Customer was like, yep, go ahead, take it out, man. And I was like, yes, bet. Because riding scene's not over yet, but it's gonna come back. We're gonna do some reviews on some tunes, and gonna be pinning up against another 1000 in the shop and doing a comparison between some old and new 1000s. Because honestly, I think you're gonna be surprised. The suspension and the handling of the newer bikes is, I think, what stands out a lot to me. Like, these bikes feel light, especially the new 1000. Like, they're getting really small. 1000s are really small. 1000s used to be kind of like big pigs. And it's just not the case anymore. Especially Kawasaki's always been a little bit larger and suited for that larger rider, not just taller but also heavier rider. They've finally done a great job with this model to where it doesn't feel chunky and a little on the heavy side. It feels just like all the other ones. Feels light, feels nimble. Really sucks that I have some traffic here because I wanted to throw it through these corners. And just hitting some of the bumps that we have around here and that I do on my loops, it feels so comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're riding a 1000cc Super Sport. Like, it doesn't have that bumpy and stiffness. And I mean, we did do a setup on this bike, and there's still a little bit of fine-tuning I think it probably needs for the owner, because the owner's significantly lighter than I am. I'm a chunky boy after 2020.
Well, don't it look all right?
You look like melted ice cream.
My goodness. Woo. It has really good power down low and in the mid. Oh, it sounds so good over there. It sounds so good. Can't really get it here, but the suspension is just, it's so much adjustability in the new suspension. You can make it soft and streetable, and then it can go really stiff and super stiff, like stiffer than I would need it at my weight, which I'm about probably like 210, 205. Oh my goodness.
My nipples are always hard.
These bikes are extremely restricted on the top end. Not just because they have big catalytic converters and stuff with the exhaust system, but electronic, they are restricted. We all know that at this point. And there's a lot more power to be had, and you can definitely feel it want to die off when you get in the higher gears at full throttle. It really doesn't just want to just keep on pulling. It kind of hits a wall almost. But that wheelie control is really nice. I felt it kick in a couple times there, and it was a little weird for me because I didn't want to stay in it because I know it's going to come up. So I was kind of chopping a little bit at the throttle, but it felt really good. Sometimes with older systems, with the wheelie control, when you start wanting to, because you're used to riding an older 1000, you want to start playing with the throttle, you know something's coming up, and it would make it a little twitchy or abrupt, and it wouldn't feel right. Not with this one. This one felt super smooth. Super smooth. And yeah, hitting, you know, bumps and stuff like that, again, going back to the suspension, it's just really, the biggest thing that stood out to me is how streetable this bike can be, and just how lazy and tame you can be with it. You can throw it in the rain modes and get significantly less throttle response and a lot less power, and when you do the ECU flash, it's not going to affect your lower power modes. It's only in the sport mode or race mode or whatever mode you have on your bike. Most of the time the tunes are not affecting your other power modes. Don't know about the custom rider modes. That's a good question. I might try to reach out to more Mafia about that. But it's really comfortable hitting these bumps, and then if you want to drive it slow in the higher gears, it's perfectly fine with doing that. There's no choppiness in the throttle. It's not, you know, like before you would have to, if you were stuck in traffic basically, you would have to throw it in a different power mode because your sport mode, race mode, A mode, whatever they want to call it, was just super annoying to be in at slower speeds like this. But with this, my gosh, this is a comfortable, super smooth, super easy to ride 1000. I mean, shocked. Now this isn't just Kawasaki, all of them are getting this way, but this one has stood out to me the most as far as just being easy to ride. And hitting these bumps in certain spots, like right here. Like, it may seem on camera, actually I bet you on camera it doesn't seem like I hit anything at all. Because usually on camera it's, you know, it's never as bad as it is in person, but even in person, that was comfortable. I hate hitting those bumps on my CBR 1000. The suspension on this just absorbs everything. And yet it's still stiff, but yet it's compliant. It's amazing. The new Showa front end that they have on some of these bikes, and especially the ZX10, top tier. I honestly do believe that this is one of the stock suspensions that most people will be very happy with going to track days. I don't think everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, you need to upgrade it, it needs this, it needs that. You might want to spring it for your weight, same thing with the rear shock, but honestly, it doesn't need it. It feels so good compared to older ones that I've been on. I'll end on this note, Kawasaki. Why is this one so annoying to work on? That was one thing that I praised Kawasaki for years. They were always the easiest to work on. And I'm not saying this is rocket science or anything, working on a motorcycle. I mean, it feels like it when you're riding them, but it's not rocket science. Anybody, I believe, can do it. That's why you need to get subscribed, so you can learn a little bit, show you how the inner workings work. But this one was the most time-consuming ZX10 I have ever worked on. It was not fun. Just pulling off the fairings alone was a pain. Unlike some other super sports, the electronics are in better positions, and so are the EVAP systems. This one's in an annoying spot. It's not as fun. So that's all I gotta say on that. Amazing machine. Loved it. Alright, that's it for this video. Just my quick initial impressions of the first ride of the new generation ZX10.
It's a blast to ride, it's a lot of fun, and quite frankly, it's possibly one of the best 1000s on the market right now. And if you want to learn more about the ZX-10, definitely check out the link in the description below of our full review on it. And while you're down there, give us a like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. It would help us out. And also, check out our parts website and gear website down there. We sell everything from helmets, jackets, gloves, to exhaust system, power commanders, light kits, all kinds of cool stuff that you can find for your bike on there. It's mobile friendly, so you can shop from anywhere. And we use PayPal for secure checkouts. And that also means you can use PayPal credit for your next purchase, whether it be a helmet or that new exhaust system you've been eyeing. Check it out, and we'll see you guys in the next video.